Well, we're back out on the Beaver line again here. It's the end of March. We've got a few days left. And just seen a guy out down the road here walking his dog at his house, and I stopped to see if he owns this up here, and he said yep. He said it's loaded with beaver. You can see here I just put a set in. You can see it there, but there's a slough here. Goes back in, and they just got one heck of a crossover here. You can see it, and you can see down on this side where they come down, and it is just loaded with tracks coming up and down. They got it wore out right into this next slough, where I'm gonna put two caster mounts in on this side. Down a little further I could see where they were feeding. I'll show you that. Then I walked up the main stream. This is only a little side stream here, and that is just riddled with sign too. So I'm gonna end up putting probably 2 foot trapped up in that area too. So I'll get back to you. I'm gonna put a set right in here. You can see there. Been sitting over there feeding. There's a couple of really bright green ones right in here that are really fresh. So I can see they're going up the bank there on that side right there. And also they looks like they got some tracks over there. It's a little deep to cross, but the wind is blowing across the stream, which is good. So going to put a caster mount on this side, and then maybe another one up there a little further. Load them in here for a couple nights. You can see I'm using I got the old 10-foot rebar, the Hague drowner on it right here, and I'm not real far from the road, so it's not bad carrying them in. But I'm going to get that situated and jammed in the bottom and secured at the top with the T-bar, and get this set in and get to the next one. Well, there you can see I put in a finished caster mount set. Kept it a little shallow. Calling for some rain tonight, so I'm assuming the stream's going to come up a little. So I adjusted for that and see how it makes out. Well, last spot of the day. I think I had you guys in here last year in March. I've taken 3 out of here. It's a little private spot we got. Took a lot of beaver out, so I don't know if there's anything in here yet. I can still set one more trap. It'll be my 10th. So it's a little bit of a scouting mission. If I see some sign, I'll set it. If not, we'll keep checking on it every year. Like I said, they always come back. I did get a nice female here last year, right in March. So that could have been the breeder, but now I do see a stick laying right here. It's underwater, not real fresh, but it was definitely peeled by a beaver. So I'll keep going thicker into this stuff. See what I can find. Well, I got in here and see there's still dammed up here. Here we got a bunch of sticks laying. Bunch of peeled sticks. Right there's a big caster mount footprint in it. So there's still at least 1 or 2 in here. You can hear the dam down below there. You can hear it running over. So I'm gonna put a set right here in this deep spot where they're sitting. Oh, here's the finished set here. I just put in the caster mount here with some guiding sticks. This time of year I like to force them a little bit. They seem a little bold. They're out looking for mates and stuff like that, so you can Traps down in there, offset, good 10 inches. And it's on a nice little ledge here where we did have his caster mound, so ripped it up a little bit, made it look like another one was here. So, little bags out in there with some rocks. See how it goes. Got to one of our sets here, this crossover I showed you the other day. Put a 330 added here, and see, we got one this morning. Doesn't look like a real big beaver, but again, we're at a private spot here where this guy just sort of wants them all gone. So, we'll take him out of the trap, and water level came down. We're gonna reset this one again tonight. We got one more night, so we'll see if we can pick up another one here. We got a bunch of foot traps to check yet, so see how it goes. Let me get him out of here for you. Definitely not a $10 one. Very little. Not too big a beaver, but you know there's a mama somewhere now. Being we got a kit, so that one's definitely not on his own. Put this back in here again. Make sure you got your safety latches off. This is a pretty, almost went in a pretty cut and dry set here. Not a whole lot to do on this one. Just want to make sure you wire it off. Just have it up here on this live tree here. Doesn't flop out in deep water. Name tags up and above. I just had a couple blockers here. Block the trail. And that was basically it.
Might even call it a highway. Pretty beat down.
Yeah, this is a heck of a crossover from one pond to that little stream over there. Move this out so it doesn't. That's pretty much all there was to it for that one. That's a pretty simple set at a good spot. So hopefully tomorrow it's 40 pounds instead of 4.
It's on the board though.
He's on the board. Yeah. Yep. Need a lot of them to make a pound of caster though. Oh, we're down here at another set. This set was pretty flooded yesterday, but I did put this, I dropped this down at the water line because my trap was under about 2 foot of water yesterday when I checked it. It's hard to see it, and I just dropped a little stick with some caster above, figuring the water's going to come down because I know this fluctuates a lot. My trap's out of its bed, so let's see what we got. Hopefully something good. And I see a beaver coming up. Not a terribly big one again, but there's a family, I guess, living in here. A little bigger than the other one. I just got a little more food. So we can see what we're dealing with. There's a fresh stick over there. And I do have another set above yet. So maybe we'll get lucky up there too yet. And tough trapping here. This fluctuates. With a little rain, this thing can fluctuate 2 foot. Like I said, yesterday my trap was under 2 foot of water, and if they were active, they could have just swam right over it. But I don't know, by dropping that stick at the high water line, knowing it was going to come down, helped out. So either way, it worked. I mean, it's a $2 beaver. We're just here to have fun. It's nice out today. It's the end of March, getting ready for trout season next week. Just enjoy it. It's fun. So we got a back foot catch, so we're still underwater a little bit. And by a couple toes there, we're good to go. Everything worked, bag and everything, so that's all you could ask for. Well, what I'm gonna do here is gonna make this a blind set pretty much. Not gonna put any caster at this one. This is old state land, so I don't know if it was trapped or if he was pinched. You never know, but he's coming up here a lot. So we're not gonna use any lure at this one, and we're gonna put another one right over here. Put some caster at that one. This one we're just gonna keep fresh. No smell, just in case he was caster shy, which they can get sometimes if they remove pinched or belly caught. I tore it around. And tagged by water. Truck set. Okay. It's a little rocky here where I'm trying to bed this, so they got a nice little trap bed made. Bag out in the deep water. We like to step on it here sometimes because sometimes it takes your trap with it. Look out. Almost went down. Wave got him.
Yeah. Whew, I felt it.
Compression wave. Now, I'm going to find my trap without getting my fingers in it. But I'll make sure it's all set. But there's so many rocks right here. Right there. So I can shimmy rocks under the levers if you have to. I always like to set them so they got to step between the jaw and not over a jaw. Then to get a better catch. It's the end of March and the water is cold yet. I'm just going to camo this guy a little. Stayed sticking out of the ground there. Too visible. Bring it over there. Like that. Just to hide that a little bit. I think we're good to go there. All we're gonna do, like I said, we're not gonna put the stank at this one. Got her all set, my pans right about here. My pan, so beaver's coming in wide. Take 1 foot here, 1 foot there. 4 inches of water. Should be a front foot. as he attempts to climb up this trail. So it's good. Put the other one in.
Well, we just got to our last spot of the day. Checked the set, didn't have anything. There's a fresh sign. So we decided to leave that in. Make a decent push tomorrow morning. We really didn't pull any of the sets. We added some since I got here. But moved up the creek. There's a small lodge over on the shoreline over there. Some sign up here. So we're kind of just gonna put my 2 conibears out for the night. Might as well not let them sit in the back of the truck. But basically, I guess, you know, we just got like a hummock sticking out here, and made a little trench up the bank here where it looks like they might have been going in and out at one point to get up to do some chewing. So we're just gonna put a conibear in there and put some caster up. Maybe we can get him working from his lodge. We got a good wind. We're up above it, so it'll blow down that way. So we're gonna just get this set up in here and hopefully get something to work.
I mean, to me, that's one of the biggest factors in beaver trapping, especially in the spring. If you're not trapping under the ice or any major is wind direction. You got to have your casters blow out across the water. It doesn't do any good if it's blowing back into the brush, where a beaver swimming out here with his head above the water can't smell it. I mean, maybe you can use some visual attractors. We do put some peeled sticks every now and behind and stuff, but this time of year it's pretty much caster mounds, and always play the wind direction if possible. I mean, today, right now, it's perfect. It's switching. It's going to come out of the north tonight. It's supposed to get a little colder, but his lodge is down here, and this caster is going to blow straight down to the lodge when he comes out into this dammed up area. So, like I said, that's one of the major things of set location, I think, with beaver, is they got to smell your caster. I mean, you do it with fox and coyote. You always set on the upwind side of their trails, farm lanes, and everything else. So
do the same with beaver.
Yep, they have to smell it. Well, coming into our channel set we put here. And here there's a dam up above us. You can hear the water. That's private land up there. We can't get in here. This is the private spot too, but I put a channel set in here, and you can see there's got some results. Finally, the third night, you finally decided to use this one. Looks like a fairly good sized beaver too, actually. So I'm lift them up and show you guys. Like a tub. There's a tub. Oh man, big tub. It's like a big female. That's a big beaver there compared to what we showed you yesterday.
Man.
Aye, that's a good one.
Holy.
I can't even.
That might be the biggest one you ever got.
I believe it is. Whew. That's a big beaver.
That could be pushing. I don't know.
Oh, it's 50 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 50, I bet you. Nice, perfect head catch. It was never going to fit through that trap, but
No.
it didn't know that. Yeah, the head, it just seen an opening. The trap was completely submerged, so yeah, that's a big. That's a
tail on it.
That's a big beaver. That's a real big beaver.
Try to hoist that sucker up again first.
Hold it up.
See if you can hoist it up.
I tried. I can't. Hang on. It's cold. Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one.
that's a big beaver. That thing's heavy. That's real heavy. Nice. Could be my best. I think my best is 54.
I think so.
This could top that. This might top that. Let's get it out to the... Oh, here's Kyle. He volunteered to carry it out for me.
You catch it and I gotta carry.
Yeah. We're going to check his couple sets now, so, but yeah, that's a beast of an animal. So at least it's not a long walk, so that's good.
All right.
Well, this is a set from yesterday. We talked about how it, I don't know if we videoed it yesterday or not, but
We talked about how they didn't want to commit.
Yeah, he put his own caster mount in and stuff. Sort of avoided ours. I really don't know why. We didn't miss any here last year or anything. But you can see where he had come up here. He had some sticks laying and stuff like that. And so we just made more of a blind set, but no lure. We moved the trap over to here, blended it in real nice, kept it looking natural, and you can see down there in the bag, I do see a tail. So it did pay off. Let's give them a yank and see what we got. Doesn't look like a real huge one, but nonetheless we fooled them. Where's my line at? Is right. Here it is. We moved our bag some. That's a good
Not a bad one.
Yeah, that's a nice beaver. I'm sure that was good. Look at that back foot cat. That is like absolutely perfect. See how he stepped? That's why you set him. I'll show you that quick. This is why you set them so they step between the jaws and not over a jaw, because you get a foot catch like that on him, which is beautiful. If he has to step over that jaw, his foot's coming in this way, and you might get a catch like this, or it could throw his foot sometimes.
Might overstep the jaws a little.
Yep. And with PA, the jaw spread isn't big enough to do that. Where in other states you're allowed to use a big old trap, where it doesn't matter how you set it. But here, like I said, we like to do which most people do. I don't know if guys just starting out know that, but that's a little tidbit you could use to make sure you get a good catch. Not as big as the one we just got, but 30 pounds, good beaver. And we fooled him. That.
Might have added $12 to the pot.
Yeah, now I almost got my $60 paid.
Yeah, stretching it a little.
Hopefully he's got big casters. It's snowing. It's cold. But having a productive day. We just got onto another property. Talked with the owner for about a half an hour.
Told us about another guy that probably doesn't want him that we might be able to get on.
And we just did a quick recon through there with the guy to show the property line, and there was Beaver sign. So damn well we'll be back in there next year. We're at the end of the season here, so
did good leaving him in. Wouldn't have got him if we would have took traps out yesterday.
No, we were thinking of pulling these just to make it shorter walk, but because it's Sunday, we got to go home. But screw that. Wouldn't have caught him if we didn't. All right, got a few more to check. Let's get him out of here.
Well, he just back in the truck after our last stop. Figured do a little wrap up here of our spring beaver. Got 4 over this weekend. I guess it was a little bit of a long weekend for you. Came up a day early, but got 2 nice ones today. Real big one, and just goes to the testament of keeping your sets out. Just manning up and checking them.
Yeah, manning up and checking them on a Sunday. But or adjusting. Sometimes you gotta adjust a little bit. Like we talked about before, I don't know why that one didn't want to commit to a caster mount, but
took the time, reset it yesterday, and like you said, adjusted a little, and it went into getting a beaver this morning. And
pretty much that's a wrap on the trapping season this year. Did all right with fox, raccoons at home over Christmas. We set pretty good and caught a fair amount in 3 or 4 days that we had them set out. Like I said, we didn't push real hard. Prices of fur, but we are going to trap. We're not going to not trap.
Enough to scratch the itch and do it just because we enjoy it.
And help out people that want this stuff going.
help out our turkey population too. There's a lot of, it's not as strong as it was a few years ago, so getting some coons, different things out can help turkeys out a little bit. But yeah, that's a wrap on that. I'll get a weight on that big one he got when he gets it home. Put that in the video to see what it ends up tipping the scales at. But
see if it's a new world record for me. Gotta beat 54.
It'll be close. It's got a hell of a chance at it, I think.
It's a big beaver.
Because that last one we got was 25 to 30 probably, and one in the back dwarfs it. So
it's half the size. So it'll be close.
Yeah.
If not, it's definitely second best. So.
Yep. Now we got do some fishing the next couple weeks. Do a little video in there, and then it's turkey time. They're chasing after some birds in about a month.
Just put a big thanks out to all the landowners that let us do what we like to do.
Yeah.
Plus we got a few new ones. So super people.
Yeah. Very nice.
We couldn't do what we wanted to do without them. I mean, you always have state land, but there's only so much of that to go around. So, yep. Put a big thanks out to them guys.